We'll just be quiet.
Okay.
Number 0, sophomore, Samuel Chekharon. Sophomore, number 2, Patrick Wojcinski. Senior, number 5, Nick Marone. Senior, number 8, Anthony Parra. Sophomore, number 10, Nick Torres. Sophomore, number 11, Tommy Myers. Senior, number 13, Christian Allen. Sophomore, number 14, Miguel Carey. Sophomore, number 15, Austin Wade. Senior, number 17, Jason Carroll. And senior, number 23, Brian Trigani. Coached by Jeremy Sproles, assisted by Michael Edwards, Stephen Hochschild, Tom Noonan, David Hay, and Walter Tom Beatty. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the prayer, followed by the national anthem. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for one another, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Please remain standing and remove your hats for our national anthem being sung tonight by Miss Lori Lane.
And thank you for hanging with us on a championship Sunday here in the WCAC live from Catholic University on behalf of First Amendment Sports. Happy to welcome you guys to yet another clash of WCAC Titans Gonzaga. Good Counsel. I'm Ken Marangolo. He's Keith Tabatsky.
Hey, how you doing, Ken? It's great to be here tonight. A championship game. This is what they started in August preparing for, and I think we're going to see the excitement these first number of minutes, just see whether they can control themselves with the excitement. Sometimes they get off to the mark so fast, you never know what's going to happen in the first couple of minutes.
Good Counsel's third straight WCAC final today. Girls field hockey took it down in the early stages of the day. Their girls soccer team just took another piece of hardware back to Olney, and now the boys soccer team will try to add to that total. We want to report on the volleyball game that's happening inside the gym at the moment. St. John's has won the first set, and they're on their way to hopefully seizing a WCAC title. I believe they're taking on Holy Cross.
Well, I guess that means that Good Counsel can't win that one.
Good Counsel can't win that one.
Yeah, two in a row here, and Good Counsel wants to make it the day of championships for them. And of course, Gonzaga wants to continue the district of championships. They get another one for Washington, D.C., as
That's right.
Washington Nationals just did earlier last week.
Good Counsel taking their positions. They will be getting things started for us tonight. Halves will be 40. Under the lights, live from Catholic University. Where will we be back next Saturday night as these Gonzaga Purple Eagles take on St. John's in football? But for right now, it's all soccer, and we're underway. Good Counsel, that's the play, Keith. Drop it back, push it up to a side.
That's an age-old play.
Yeah, 95% of the time you can see them try it.
Yeah, I think you have a challenge on this football field. It's a bit narrow.
Good Counsel playing it back. There's a little bit of speed from Ryan Ely. Good-looking athlete.
I think you're going to be saying that name quite a bit tonight, Ken. Ely, he's one of the top players in the league for sure, and certainly a player that Good Counsel has to focus on quite a bit.
Gatorade Player of the Year in 2018?
Yep.
That's in D.C. That's a high honor. Good Counsel unable to control it there. Gonzaga ball.
It was a good early challenge by Patrick Korchinski. Honorable mention for WCAC, and one of the notes on him is how good he is in the air, and he proved it right there.
He sure did.
As we saying on this field, we saw at the kickoff that how quickly the ball may go out of play here, because it's also getting a bit greasy, the field, with a little bit of the cold weather coming in.
Yeah, I just walked the field before the game started, Keith. You're right. It's a little dewy. It's definitely a little slippery. And there you go.
Yep.
See that ball skip right across. And it's good to see some of these guys recover from some injuries. I know we worried about Ian Grantham. He's out there. Brian Tregoning, he's got the rab on his knee. He's out there. These guys are giving it a go. It's the finals. It's the championship.
You do everything you can. I mean, Grantham actually was on crutches on Friday at school.
Tell you what.
Got cleared by the doctor, and they made the decision during the warm-up that he was good to go.
Gonzaga plays it back to their freshman goalie. You don't see that too much.
Drew Hartman. Yeah, Drew Hartman. It's quite a day for Drew Hartman, actually. This morning he won a state cup final for Alexandria Soccer Club down in Fredericksburg.
It's not too shabby. It's a good day for him. Good thing goalies. I always like to make fun of goalies. They don't do too much running. But I'll tell you what, between the stress of plays like this, when that ball's coming back to you,
you're pretty isolated.
Yeah. I think you definitely you stress at least 1,000 or 2,000 calories.
You might not have the physical go, but you up and down, but you have the mental go for sure.
Patrick Warchinski stepping in there. Here comes the throw from Jason Caro. Now they're going to switch it over. Tommy Myers is going to take this.
And I think you'll see Tommy Myers taking almost all the throws that are close enough to get it in. Long throw weapon here, and it's only one of the keys for Good Counsel.
Gonzaga saves it, keeps it in bounds, and they're able to clear it and secure a throw. Jack Reed's unable to put a touch on it. Even when he's not on the ball, Ryan Ely just draws your attention, the attention of your eye. Here goes Christian Allen. The senior captain for Good Counsel in the box.
That's a great start there for Good Counsel. You're going right at them. And Christian Allen, he's a left-sided player. He's had actually 8 assists on the year. Plays for Mellon United Soccer Club. He's a right-footed player on the left side who come in. And I think the reverse of that, Anthony Para, who is the right wing, is a left-footer. He's going to be coming in. Trying to feed Jason Carr, who's got 7 goals in 10 games this year. He had some injury issues.
Referee letting them play. There's a serve. Ian Grantham unable to get to it.
Well, you mentioned the referee, and we mentioned the field, and whenever you play every game, there's some things you have to get used to quickly, and one of them's the field. This is a very fast field tonight, a bit narrow, and the other one's the referee, and time will tell, what type of ref he is. Does he let things go? Does he call it tight?
No calls yet. As Austin Wade tries to step in front of there, Gonzaga controls.
Yeah, that's the type of ball that's going to be a little difficult on this field. You're playing a grass field, it'll slow the ball down. On this field, it's going to go, and I think so that could be the just the excitement starting off in the early minutes of the game too. Wanted to get in behind quickly.
We'll keep an eye on Gonzaga's back. I think, is that Finn McCaslin?
Yes.
Finn McCaslin and Christian Maloof. It looks like they will be tested. Good-looking move there. Aiden Rafferty keeping it on his right foot. I thought he might have had a chance to bring it back out to the wing, but he pressed and
he could have laid it off. He was going for it. Last year he got pulled up from the JV, or a couple years ago in the playoffs. Actually, last year, and scored a goal in his very first game coming up. And he certainly wanted to try to do that again.
They will call that. Looks like Finn McCaslin steps in front, body on body. And they will serve him with a yellow. Players shake hands. I think they expect. I think they come here expecting some contact in a game like this.
It was an early yellow card, so a statement by the referee just 6 minutes into the game.
All right, got to get the book right. Could Counsel put this ball back in play, serve it in from midfield?
There's no VAR to see if you got the right person.
No, there's not. And you talk about the field, not just about the wet conditions, but we are playing on a football field, and you got to really tell yourself over and over and over again, that's not out of bounds. That's not out of bounds. That's not out of bounds.
It's got a lot of lines to figure out here, but I'm sure that they're used to it at different places.
Austin Wade's able to get it in. Miguel Carey.
We saw the long free kick from midfield, and I think one of the keys for good Counsel is hopefully to win the free kick battle, and we're likely to see a number of those long throws that we saw before, and from Tommy Myers, and then the long free kick in there, and kind of hoping that something may drop around. That was a fairly deep shot, they took there, but again, it takes a skip on this field, get a rebound, anything can happen. One thing I know is you don't score when you don't shoot. So
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's
yes.
A striker's mentality. Christian Allen unable to get to it on the outside. Gonzaga coming in with a big win in the playoffs against the Heights, the number 1 seed in the WCAC and defending champion, 3-2 over at the Heights earlier this week. And I hope they stop play. We have a player down. Looks like his foot might have got caught up. And I think that's Ian Grantham.
That's Grantham, who is coming in with the bad knee.
Yeah, and his foot, look, it got just a little bit caught up in the turf, and you could tell he was in pain right away. We hope he's okay. Certainly know he was toughing it out to make it up here onto the field tonight for his teammates.
Yeah, he is, and they have a sub ready to go in for him, and I guess they knew that at any time that this could happen. I mean, if you're on crutches on Friday, even if you're cleared, there's certainly a higher chance that you're going to have less minutes.
That's right.
When you're playing, and nothing wrong with the contact there, but
no. And we saw it earlier today. We saw it in field hockey, and we saw it in girls soccer as well. That turf, this field turf, and depending on what cleats you're wearing, it feels like sometimes it jumps up and grabs your foot.
We call it the turf monster.
The turf monster.
The turf monster. It's been all over forever.
And if you're already nursing a sore knee of any kind, it's dicey. He's not able to put a lot of weight on it, but we wish him nothing but the best.
We'll see who's going to come in. It's often Wyatt Mole. It's usually the sub that comes in. It's also been Will Thompson, who was out for most of the season with injuries, and quite a spark at the time whenever he comes in this game, whether that's now or in a little bit.
Finn McCaslin down there talking to the ref. Maybe he might be asking, hey, about that card you gave me a couple minutes ago.
Can you take it back?
Yeah, what's going on with that? There's no game they're worried about missing after this. So stay in the game, son.
It looks like this is Will Thompson coming in. And Will Thompson's actually one of their top players, but he's out almost the entire season to the last 3 or 4 games. And almost a little bit of an unknown to some of the league here. And I think you're going to see him. He's got a lot of pace and definitely can get in behind on some of these long balls.
Aiden Rafferty playing it in. And that's going to be calmed down by the Gonzaga defense. The captain, Finn McCaslin. Nice touch by Ryan Ely. Be careful. Oh, that's going to be a handball. Nothing on purpose, but the right call.
But an easy call.
Easy call.
Easy call. By the looks of it, Gonzaga, when they are trying to get in behind very quick. You saw a good Counsel a couple times get the ball and try to possess a little bit, but it looks like every chance they get here, they are going to knock that ball in. And when it's this far, it's actually kind of a kick and a hope. You're hoping that something good can come off of it. It's a little too far to have any set play going on.
Sure. But you want we got to make sure we mention winningest coach all time, Georgetown University, a legend of sorts in that regard. Now, certainly to us and to people who watch soccer on Fox Sports will also recognize your voice as Ryan Ely pushes it up and Gonzaga's on the attack. Is that Will Thompson?
That's Will, yep.
A little push there. Anytime you're behind the player and the arms get extended again, the referee's going to have an easy call, not going to get a whole lot of argument. But you tell your kids or your players in a game like this, test the goalie early and often?
Well, you certainly want to. I mean, most of the time, you kind of know what you're going against. You do a lot of scouting and things like that. But, I mean, the excitement of this moment, and let's remember that for good Counsel, this is somewhat new to them. And while Gonzaga was out of it last year, and that was unusual for them, they're more used to this moment. And I think that certainly was, one of the concerns for the good Counsel coach, Jeremy Spalls, was to make sure his team, was the moment wasn't too big for them. And I don't think it is, actually. I think they've come out really well prepared. And but to try to get that ball in, there really hasn't been any test on either goalkeeper yet. Having said that, to go back to that free kick, it was a bit deep to test the goalkeeper from there.
Sure.
But you're just trying to hope something happens.
Well, good Counsel with the 1.5 opportunities so far in this game. Gonzaga trying to rebound from losing one of their leaders on the field, and Ian Grantham, and trying to calm it down. Couple whistles going against them so far in this game.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. They need to calm down. There's a good ball. Just the speed of this field. And at almost any other time, that ball's right in. I think that's to Jack Reese, who couldn't quite win that.
Serve a ball deep. And Austin Wade able to redirect it out of bounds and be Gonzaga throw.
This is their long throw specialist, John Hodges.
Jack Reese with a nice flick behind the back. Good Counsel clears. They only need a touch. I think the referee was getting ready to pick up that flag.
Would have been offsides if he went for it.
That's right. Savio Kednuvong putting it back in play.
I was going to let you take the first stab at the name there. Well done.
And good Counsel with an opportunity on sides to the corner. Working the baseline.
But it's actually, you look at the goalkeepers, you say with Ketnuvong and the goalkeeper Hartman, these are two young keepers, a sophomore on one end, a freshman on the other end. That's quite unusual, to see. And as a matter of fact, it's two sophomore keepers for the Falcons that have been kind of switching time all year. Gregory Cooper, the other one.
I know when I played in this league, our captains told us if you got yourself a freshman goalie, if you get within 30 yards, you put it on goal.
Yes.
But I look out there, you talk about a guy who already won a state cup Earlier today,
yeah.
He's more than ready for this one.
So it's 30 yards for a freshman goalie. Was it 25 for the sophomore goalie?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, you have that striker mentality.
Yes.
You just fire away.
Yes.
28 minutes to go in the first half. We are at 0-0. Gonzaga, good counsel. Good counsel looking to continue a run of championships today for the Falcons. They're 2 for 2. Girls field hockey and girls soccer. Gonzaga has a nice little midfield possession here. And Tregoning able to get his foot in there. He's got a lot of leg. He's just got to lean that
yes.
leg out there, and he's disrupting a play. Good-looking move there for the midfielder from good counsel.
The referee did well there to let that play go. There was no foul, a good tackle, and that's a handball. This could be the first real test. I think they're going to get this one right in.
Sending 6 up. Comes the service for the Eagles. Right in the middle. No one there.
Well, problem was you had 6 in, but 4 of them went out.
That's right.
Went right in behind them.
Tommy Myers working hard for good counsel possession there.
So earlier in the game, they were working the ball out from here. Now we're going to see the keeper punting the ball. And again, when you punt it, it's all about the second ball. That dictates possession.
Ryan Ely can't seem to get a settled ball. He's been the one having to put the first one up in the hopes that someone else can get the second one.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a guy that makes a lot of things happen. He's an excellent passer off the dribble, and he can take people on, cut inside, and lay the ball off. And he hasn't really been able to do that yet. And he can do it from the left side or from the right side. We may see him on the right side at some time tonight.
A little bit of an unsettled start there. Good counsel was able to settle it down, though. And here you go. Here's Ely with some speed. And he's going to put... I'd have to call that a shot.
I call that a shot, yeah. I'd call that a shot. If somebody got on the end of it, he would have called it an assist.
Exactly.
But it's the first time that we've seen him. That was his left foot, and he's really a two-footed player. And I tell you what, he is known by some people, specifically head coach Scott Waller, a longtime coach at Gonzaga, as the best athlete that Gonzaga soccer has ever had. And that's quite a statement.
That is quite a statement. There's been quite a few of them. We were talking about Juan Hughes before this game started. He was certainly a gifted athlete, great wrestler.
Just made one big mistake. He went to William & Mary. I recruited him at Georgetown.
Juan, you should have gone to Georgetown, buddy.
There you go. William & Mary, if you ever get the mic, you can say it the other way, but I got the mic now.
Tregoning settling it down for the Falcons, sending it back, 3-man back for the Falcons. Just a little too much there for Christian Allen.
It won't connect up there if it hits the ground, and it's just going to scoot out of there and overhit that to begin with. But if you're going to miss hit, it's better to overhit.
That's right. Yeah, early on we had the exact opposite. When the sun was beating down on this field this afternoon, it actually had the opposite effect. It was kind of slowing it up a little.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Every time you walk on the field, you have to check, those things. The grass field, it's wet. The grass field, the grass is even the ball makes a difference. And so saw this ball before the game, and it's got a little bounce to it. We can see that. So I think all the combinations there make this a very fast game.
I'm so glad. I hate it when they overinflate the balls, and especially on a night when it's chilly like this. It's okay to have a little bit of balance in the ball. Feels good on the foot.
Yeah. Well, you get in the middle of in front of one of those things, you'll have whatever the ball is made of. You're going to have that mark on you for a while.
Through ball blocked there by Gonzaga. Trigoning getting active, just touched it a little bit too far there. Miguel Carey. They're trying to get him.
23 minutes to go in the first half, and the score is 0-0. And I think both teams have been feeling themselves out a little bit, trying to get something going. I think both teams would be fine with what's going on right now. Certainly, nobody taking advantage of the other, to claim that they deserve to be up yet.
Nice calm play in the back there by the sophomore. Patrick Wachinski. That's the key to life when you're playing back there. You got to stay calm. The first second you panic, it's over.
Yeah, you have to be there. I think you have to be the smartest players.
Sure.
The defenders. And did you ask me where I played in college?
Oh yes. No. Well.
Oh, I thought you'd ask me that.
Yeah.
It was in the back. Yeah, that was it. It was in the back. But yeah, you do have to be, and with defending, you have to have such a cool demeanor, with your head when you're on the ball in particular, and defensively, it's all about positioning. You get a good. I actually like the shape of this back four as we look at it right now. They got good support for this ball to move around.
Not pushing up too much yet on the wings.
No, and it's just the one forward, and I might that ball need a little more pace on it. Will Thompson is quite fast. There it is. It is stolen.
And here's Ely. Another left. He's going to make a move.
Oh, wow.
And a good Counsel defense. Ely is looking for a call. Good Counsel stepped in front of that shot too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they deserved it. Just as I'm talking about how the nice shape is, but as he said there, that was a soft pass that came across. And it was just, Ely stepping up all of a sudden. It showed his burst of speed getting in there. And certainly they are very unfortunate not to be up 1-0 after that.
Jason Caro stepping on the field. Well, that's not true. White and Mole stepping on the field for Gonzaga. Here comes the corner.
And it looked as though that was Will Thompson who came out.
Like Wyatt Mole.
Yeah, a little harsh. You missed a shot and you come out, huh? But those are the two players that play up top along with Grantham. And Grantham, of course, is out after starting this game with a knee injury, and something happened 10 minutes ago. And we certainly hope he didn't look like he had much of a chance to come back, but you never know.
Miguel Carey. He's going to put a right foot on it. He had a bad angle, and he was well defended. As we down to 20 minutes in the first half, Drew Hartman gets set for a goal kick.
Yeah, and there's that Miguel Carey had a hat trick in the semifinals, as well. So he's trying to get number 4. He's trying to follow Christian Polusic, hat trick and get another goal in the next game. But he's going to have to bring that ball down. Keep your high shots low, right?
Keep your high shots low.
Yeah. Another of several players that play for the Potomac Soccer Association. And if you were fortunate enough to hear the national anthem today sung by Lori Lane, she is no stranger to youth soccer. She is the executive director of the Potomac Soccer Association.
She did a great job.
Fabulous.
She sounded amazing. I've heard a number of anthems today, as you can imagine, being up in this
Yes.
booth. Most of them coming out of the can, just canned,
Right.
or instrumental. That was a treat. Now, I'll tell you what, I like that
Yes,
shot.
absolutely.
I love it. I know it's a low percentage. You catch the goalie sleeping. You're looking at a corner. It was a powerful touch.
Well, I got to tell you, too, he is a sophomore keeper, and he's got to think, here's one of the best players in the league, in the country, turning around and taking that shot. And we see that he has moved to the right side as well. And, comes in on the left foot. But, I've seen him on some tapes and clips where he's just taking people to the cleaners with the right foot and laid the ball off the player. So he had a little different dynamic with him on the right side.
And he's got little ups. I don't know if he's listening tonight. Class of 94, John Swagger from Gonzaga played against him for a few years. And here comes good Counsel. Oh, they're going to call it out. Okay, must have rolled over the line. I didn't see any offsides there. But Gonzaga has a history of long players with high athleticism. It makes it difficult. This is what Gonzaga wants. Jack Reese, he's unable to control it. But one more touch there, and he would have had Ely. And I think that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the momentum has turned Gonzaga's way now. I think at the beginning, a good Counsel kind of looked a little bit in control without creating stuff, but they certainly have lost that.
Ely steals it from the goalie. Now he's going to try to do a bender in. Yeah. He's so fast. Your average goalie is going to put one touch on the ball and think he's got it.
Exactly.
And he's on you. And he stole that ball right away from the goalie and just wasn't able to turn it.
Well, he's the one who stole the ball before when Will Thompson was pressuring the bit of a soft square ball in the back for a good Counsel.
Here comes another run to the corner. He's able to keep it on the baseline and drop it back to Miguel Carey. Great cross, header opportunity for the captain, Christian Allen. But no real pressure on Drew Hartman there.
No, it didn't get in, but certainly gives them a little bit of confidence because they've been on the heels a little bit there. And, certainly right from the other side, and this is soccer. Ely seals the ball there. Probably should have made a better decision once he turned, won the ball. And, he really was in a good position to draw a defender and lay it off or something. But certainly a bit of pressure on good Counsel, and a great way to take the pressure off is get the attack down on the other end.
Finn McCaslin controlling things for Gonzaga on the back line. We got an update on volleyball. St. John's is now up 2-0 in the volleyball finals here in the WCAC in our 4th of 4 championship Jubilee Day. I like the way good Counsel is able to move the ball up the wing. Look at Tregoning work.
Yeah, he does a good job in there. Playing the number 6, the defensive center midfielder, and we're watching him warm up, and he's got really good feet. And there he comes in for the tackle.
Jack Reese with some space to operate. Here comes the cross, looking for Ely. It seemed like he was just on the other side of the field. Gonzaga wins the corner. Now they're going to call it a goal kick.
Yeah, it did look like it was a corner kick. I always felt that I saw the play much better than the referee when I was 70 yards away.
Of course you did.
Yes. I tried to help them.
Ryan Ely just double-checking, making sure he...
Yeah, maybe
4 rotations of the ball.
Maybe he'll change his mind.
Yeah, you never know. You never want to lose the debate. You might miss the call, but you don't want to lose the debate. That's a key aspect of WCAC. Those guys are getting after it.
Yeah, Christian Maloof there winning the ball. One of a few players that was at McLean Youth Soccer Club. I spent a few great years there. Him and Will Thompson, and the defensive midfielder for Gonzaga, Max Ludwikowski as well, all 3 of them.
Jack Reese maintains possession. They get the ball over. Don Lewis Sacco feeds it in. Savio.
We're going with the first name here now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you on that one.
Ket Nuvong.
Yes. In the essence of time.
In the essence of time, absolutely. I was watching him warm up. I was pretty impressed. I think he certainly came to play. Yeah. Good Counsel's got to feel good. 0-0 against, what at least when we were talking to folks before the game, people were, a lot of people picking Gonzaga on the strength of the, the program and the history and the manner in which they got here, beating the number 1 seed. I like Good Counsel's fight.
Yeah. You know what? The thing is, Tommy Meyer fouls him there. The thing is that once the ball rolls, all those things go out the window.
That's right.
You got to establish yourself on the field every single time. And the excitement of a championship game, you never really know what's going on. I think both teams are kind of settled a bit now.
Get that first beat of sweat or 2. Get that jersey a little bit wet. have the coach yell at you a little bit, just, or the captain for that matter. That ball is going to skip over to Ely. He's on the baseline. There's a lefty cross. Aiden Rafferty gave it a shot. Good counsel on the clear.
Gonzaga was a little fortunate because there was I think that was Anthony Parrick that was going down the right side and was wide open. And again, Parrick's a left-footed player that plays on the right side, and 3 goals and 3 assists on the year.
Here comes a throw from Nick Torres. Referee always has to assert themselves, be in charge. If you start a second too soon, they're going to make you start over again. Good stick there by the Falcons. Tregoning, middle of the field. Ryan Ely, never too far away to be a factor in the play. That was a good pass. Good Counsel's moving the ball, but you just got to be careful with his speed. Ely's going to get there as Tommy Myers puts the ball in play.
They actually had a lot of time there in the 18.
Great move by Austin Wade. A little fake there. Griffin Cates with an opportunity.
Yeah, that all kind of came with a little bit of panic a little bit earlier in the 18. Another ball going in.
I think Ely would have liked one of his teammates to tell him he had some time. Finn McCaslin controlling. Gonzaga on the run, but they give it away at midfield. Things going the Falcons' way at this point in time.
Yeah, the momentum has switched in the last 5 minutes, and Gonzaga done well, and I think they need to be able to settle the ball down a little bit. Gonzaga find some player that can kind of get the team going again and connect everybody. Well done by the referee to play that on.
They're looking for Ely. He slips. Tough spot. Subs coming in.
And we have into the defensive midfield role. I believe that's Patrick Connolly, and Patrick Connolly is a rhythm player. He's a type of player that does come in to help settle the team down.
He's a big boy. Playing with some size in the middle of the field for Gonzaga. They say he's plays big in the air.
And we got Will Thompson back in as well. So second corner kick on the night for Gonzaga.
Just about 9 minutes to go here in the first half. A dribbler in at the near post.
That's a deflating. I'll tell you that that's the first of the night. We thought the other one should have been a corner kick, but
that's right.
It wasn't. I'm still thinking about that. Yeah, it's deflating when you can't get it past the first defender. You got to give yourselves a chance to score.
Nice one-on-one fight here for the ball. Cates. Hodges. It'll stay Purple Eagles. And the throw gets through, but Will Thompson unable to corral it.
It's about 9 minutes to go in the first half. We're still 0-0 here at Catholic University. I think both teams showing some good stuff. Still trying to get into a rhythm where they can maintain it for a while, but I think that's part and parcel of having two very good teams on the field. And part of winning here is when you don't have that time period where you have things going that you don't let a goal in.
Another opportunity here for the Falcons. If he can get it up over that. He's able to lift the ball Drew Hartman found himself in a little bit of no man's land there. Some speed down the right wing.
Yeah, the decision was good to try to put that in. He certainly had the keeper out in the middle of everything. And, the first mistake that we've seen by Hartman. And they're bringing it back. I guess it was an offside. So going into the game, Coach Jeremy Spoles was hoping, number one thought was to make sure his team wasn't caught by the big moment of the game, and certainly that hasn't happened. Certainly one of the other things, his keys, was to try to defend Ryan Ely, and that's a tough thing to do, and so far he hasn't beat them with it. And the other one is winning the free kick battle or the restart battle.
Ryan Ely able to put his head on it, give him a chance. Tregoning going to clear for good Counsel. Jack Reese with a nice flick.
I'm not sure if he hit the ball. The ball hit him on that one, though. But,
he made it look good.
He did, I like smaller guys on the field winning the head balls.
They're going to get him on that one. I don't think it's anything too bad there, but he was behind Tregoning. Easy call.
And again, we're going to likely see this ball go right into the middle, and hoping that on the second ball somebody can get on top of it. I would like sometimes to see them play. You see a couple defenders wide out here, and they can pull it wide and put it in. But that's not a bad ball in there at all, making the keeper have a good play.
Good service. Big keeper helps. Have a nice tall guy with long arms.
But again, let's remember that's a freshman keeper we're looking at.
That's right.
And with commanding that box like that, and he certainly made the mistake before of coming out, but
good Counsel, just a tick away from putting a couple shots here on Drew Hartman. Ryan Ely working hard. Good play, good physical play. Jack Reese has been in the middle of a lot of that tonight so far. A little slippery. Ball gets a little slippery. A lot of possession for number 11 there's Ely unable to keep it in bounds. 5 minutes to go in the half.
It's going, Ely's becoming, that first 15 minutes, it wasn't involved much, and then he started getting involved. When he came to the right side, much more involved in the game, and obviously they key on him, but this is one thing he's done well. He's learned over the years as they key on him that he plays the ball really well off the dribble and finds players that are open. Almost had Will Thompson playing that ball through before.
I know they're happy that the storms that came through earlier this week that they were afraid of. We get a little dew on the field, but it's so much better to be playing in these conditions than some of the ones we saw in D.C. area over the last 3 or 4 days.
Well, certainly all players nowadays are very used to these types of fields. It's Will Thompson.
Will Thompson will draw the throw.
And John Hodges will go up again. And he's going to leave it for someone else this time.
Looks like Wyatt Mole, maybe. Number 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Hodges is a big guy himself, so it looked like he was going in. He's getting into the box as well.
Right in the middle of the penalty box. Gianluca Sacco puts a foot on it. One-timer shot. No real danger for Savio with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. 0-0 hitting this WCAC championship. It'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments get made. It's been pretty tightly contested.
Yeah, I mean, I think about both coaches have to be okay. I mean, I don't think there's any. I would be surprised if we saw anything major, different in the second half.
Good Counsel feeds it through. That's an opportunity for Anthony Parra in the corner, working the baseline now, coming across. There's a lefty, and that ball does get through right over the goal line. Is that the captain, Christian Allen? I'm pretty sure that it is, but we'll get a better look at it here in a second.
So it looks like number
13. Great work from Anthony Parra.
Yeah, it was, and he got in behind the defense, and we saw there's the Gonzaga defenders committed towards the ball, and the ball was played in behind the defender, and a split between the right center back, and the right back, and the pace of it was perfect.
Yep.
And again, Hartman got his, looked like he was going to get his hand to it and be able to save. It was just out of his reach, and now we go back to the question: what are they going to say at halftime? Because it could be a little bit different.
Exactly. The halftime speech changes up a little bit.
Yes.
Looked like maybe Hartman made the initial save. And there was a little extra activity there. And again, a hard ball to get. And for a tall guy, the balls that are on the ground.
They're harder, but, you also had a lot of players in front of him. I'm not sure he saw that ball till it was, past the defenders. I'm not sure he saw it off the kick itself. And it's a good lesson for strikers is don't always get the perfect one, because if you can't see the keeper well, he can't see the ball well. But that was a good composure in the box there. Just an excellent ball, though. It was the pass made that goal.
Time's on the field as we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Gonzaga trying to keep it out there. As Miguel Carey puts on the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if it stays like this, the only thing I could possibly see is maybe if Gonzaga put a second guy up top, because they're really playing more in a 4-5-1 right now, and Will Thompson's been isolated up there, and they get a little bit of help up top. But again, they've had their chances too.
There comes the long throw from the Falcons. Into the box. Falcon head on it. Gonzaga clears. We'll see it again. Looks like they're giving Tregoning a breather. Otherwise, I'm looking for that gigantic body in the middle of the field.
Exactly.
Warchinski able to control. Falcons happy to play it back all the way to the goalie. You'll start to see the referee look at his watch here momentarily.
He'll have a little bit of added time for the injury to Grantham.
That's true.
Early in the game, it was probably a good minute there. But there shouldn't be much.
And the ball's on the foot of Ely. There's a left service to Will Thompson. Good-looking pass, and he can't work his way past Patrick Warchinski. Referee is holding the clock in the air. Means we're close. And that's the first half. Falcons got to be feeling good about having a 1-0 lead going into halftime of this championship. Riding the good Counsel Falcon wave of the day.
They are right now, and it's going to take a good effort in the second half for Gonzaga to break that streak today. But, it's always a killer when the goal comes late. It's quite a momentum shift. And, we said now we'll see, do they indeed make a change at halftime, or they, feel something's going to come anyways. No need to make a change if you feel you're getting things going.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to come back here with a couple minutes to go before the second half starts. As it stands, good Counsel goes into halftime, and those those famous coaching halftime speeches, which you've given a million times. Maybe when we come back in a couple minutes, we'll get what you're telling each team.
We'll do a certain version of it. Yes.
Perfect. We'll see everyone in a couple minutes. And we're back for the second half. 2019 WCAC Soccer Championship, Gonzaga, Good Counsel. Good Counsel up 1-0. About 2 minutes away till kickoff. I thought we'd turn it over here to Coach for a second. Maybe a quick one. What are you telling the kids for Gonzaga down 1-0?
Well, I think for them is I would be telling them, hey, just realize that, we're completely in the game still. I mean, every game you play against a good team, it's in the balance at halftime no matter what. You're either tied, you're up 1, or you're down 1. So second half teams are championship teams. And so I think that's the one thing. Whether they make an adjustment initially and put a second guy up top or something, we don't know. But certainly at some point they'll have to do that, or make some adjustments. Not knowing their team obviously as well as their coach does. We don't know what adjustments they'll make. But I think the biggest thing is not to panic. It was effectively one mistake, where they stepped up to a ball where the guy made a clever pass in behind him, and that was it. And certainly they had, until that time, Gonzaga had the best chances. They had that flurry when Ely had stolen the ball, and Ely and Thompson both had chances. So
yep.
There certainly wouldn't be any panic, but they got to get in behind more than they have, and people have to get on the end of a lot of these balls that have gone forward to isolated forwards, and they need to get more players around them.
Well, I know they want to get number 11 a couple more chances as we get ready to start the second half on the Good Counsel side. Feeling good about being up 1-0. Feeling good about being from Good Counsel. There's something about being from Good Counsel today that seems to be working for some folks. And the Falcons came in, not picked by a lot of the people talking this week who are covering the playoff games, but they've played not just well, they've played very well in the first half. They have a lot to be proud of, and they got 40 more minutes away of play like that if they want to be able to call themselves champions.
Yeah, you got to wonder if they feel the pressure after the field hockey and women's soccer both win.
Oh, they do. They better feel the pressure.
Yeah. But we'll see if there's any significant changes here, and it doesn't appear. Will Thompson is up top, and Ely's back to the left side, and they may be moving him back and forth just to try to mix things up against the defenders that are going against him. Because certainly he's one of the guys that's circled for a Good Counsel to make sure that you key on. It's forward quite a bit, and he hasn't yet today. And part of that is because of who's been going against. So the outside players for a Good Counsel have kind of kept him busy.
Will Thompson working hard now up at the top. He's got his hands full with Patrick Warchinski, and Tommy Myers is able to move it outside. Give Miguel Carey a look. Tommy Myers once again with possession. Mark Western, a nice little step there. Good tackle. And he's done with the gloves. Maybe. He's taking the gloves off. Maybe he's not done with the gloves.
We were talking about that before. It's a little cold, but it's not terribly cold.
It's not glove weather.
Well, he's got the gloves in his hands because he couldn't get them back on in time.
Jason Caro unable to maintain possession. Will Thompson working against Nick Marone.
Yes. That was great pressure from Will Thompson because, the thing about that, the ball was bouncing. If that ball had been settled, it would have been a pretty easy pass back. You might not even kept going, but with the ball bouncing, it was easy. And the fact that Will Thompson was able to put that pressure on without him doing the foul, and then all of a sudden he gets by, and it was a good call. Official was on top of that, and this is clearly a fantastic opportunity for Gonzaga to equalize early. Just a few minutes into the second half, Gonzaga down a goal.
Mark Western doing some fan management. He came out of the half asking everybody to pipe up and get active, and I think he wanted to make sure, hey, listen, everything's fine here. No need to get too testy here.
No.
We got ourselves an opportunity.
It won't surprise you to see that it's Ely to take this free kick. We've seen a lot of his left foot, and this one he's going with his right.
Where's the spray? No foam spray?
No.
Unbelievable.
It's old-fashioned. You do got football lines.
In swinger, and the kick is up, and it's good. Gonzaga takes a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, how about that? I tell you, one of the things on this surface is, the ball will go off your foot a lot different on this surface than on grass as well, and you don't have to get under it too much. And he was trying to power that around to the far post.
Savio to put it back in play.
But I think Gonzaga's really stayed the same, at least initially here. They're still in effectively a 4-5-1. Ely hanging up a little bit higher. As you would expect as well, a really nice crowd tonight, for this championship game. And I think it's just one of the great things about high school athletics is the support that you get from the school. And it's one of the most valuable things I think people get out of playing. You're playing for your school colors. And, in U.S. soccer landscape, of course, that's a big issue because of the development academy and the rules against playing high school soccer. And
I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been against that from the beginning. And I think the only programs that have a right, in my opinion, to tell you that would be the ones that are paying your whole freight, and then they can say yes or no.
Sure.
But and that's really just the MLS academies for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. Ely working hard. Unable to win a 3-on-1.
A good Counsel will be in no rush whatsoever.
That's right. And you know what? You always got that aspect of soccer, but at the same time, even when the ball's in play, just making sure that you take a breath, take a beat, pick your head up, see what you see. No rash decisions. Every extra second or two or three or four of possession matters when you're up one. Gonzaga with an opportunity here to hopefully turn it away there.
Yeah.
As good Counsel was attacking.
Yeah, and in fairness to good Counsel, they were taking their time in the first half. They were being very methodical and patient.
There comes the long throw. Very close. Drew Hartman, it got past him. We had an attempt there. Miguel Carey.
He was hanging on that back post, and
sure was.
And he was unmarked, and he actually came in towards the mark and almost got it on the inside for that, and right from the beginning. And that's the toughest guys to mark, the ones that are the furthest away from the ball, and you got to stay on top of them because that flick just happened to get through.
Referee letting him play. Miguel Carey pushing it.
Again, just a little bit of panic out of the Gonzaga defense there.
Yeah, good Counsel putting the pressure on. Chagroning telling his teammates, get in there. We need another one.
It's always funny, you see in soccer where it seems to be the tallest guy is taking the long throw, the guy you want to have on the inside as well.
When's the last time you saw a flip throw?
It's been a long.
This is where you got to just make sure everyone's hands are in their pockets.
Yes. It's quite an issue nowadays.
It sure is. Gonzaga looking to run. Patrick Wachinski able to turn it out. Thwarting an opportunity there. .32 minutes to go in this game. Good Counsel in control. Gonzaga's got to fight, not just to get the goal, but they got to fight their way back into the flow of this game. Good Counsel looks like they feel like they should be up 1-0.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think the little bit we've seen with Gonzaga has felt more, helter-skelter than rhythm to try to create those chances. And, they're not a bad team. And we saw in the first half they could create stuff. And, again, until that goal, they had the best chance by far. When Ely had stolen that ball, and him and Thompson had both had chances.
Stoppage in play here. Referee talking to the bench. The Gonzaga bench.
Some discussion.
It's weird that you see a coach and a referee ever disagree on anything.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just agreeing right now.
Hey, who's hosting Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that you or is that me? He does not.
No, there's something. We obviously don't know what the issue is, but Scott Waller's not happy about something. He's in his 16th year as the head coach at Gonzaga, and he was 5 years as the assistant before that.
Gonzaga will get the throw here on the side. Serving it in the box, right to Trigoni's feet.
Yeah, and the problem is the ball was right in between the two Gonzaga players and only one other player in the box at the time.
Well, at least Trigoni doesn't have to throw in for Gonzaga. Here's an opportunity for Ely. Oh, an amazing touch. He was in the air.
Yep.
He put it towards the goal.
He almost made something out of nothing there, really. The ball just bounced in. It showed his athleticism. Didn't quite connect.
Good rebound opportunity, but he really was the last guy there. What a play! That was fun. Jack Reese fighting. Good Counsel maintaining a very strong back four. Maybe that might have been a point of contention that they were talking about. You saw the referee is stopping the clock there.
Yes. They're talking about the delaying the game.
Yeah, I think that might be what you're seeing.
It's smart. You why wait for the last 10 minutes to start saying, hey, they're delaying the game.
And they start the clock. Jack Reese and Ely both down there with an opportunity. They collide with each other.
Yeah, that was an excellent ball into the box. I mean, right in the middle with two players with a chance for it.
And we could see Gonzaga pressing.
Yep. Two
men back. Western starting to push up more.
This is one of the things that both their outside backs, tend to do that, but had not been doing that in the first half.
John Hodges tracking back on the far side now. And the ball coming right at us. Mark Western on the throw. He wants Ely. He gets Will Thompson. They will call that.
Yeah, he will get booked for that.
He looked like he was behind the player. Probably doesn't want to argue too much about that.
I would pick the arguments, and that's not one.
That's right. That's right.
Well, there's a fan outside, probably the dad that just yelled he got the ball, but at the same time, if you got the ball, he got a whole lot more too.
Yeah, and it's the angle. You can't come from behind a player.
Yeah.
It's easy for the ref.
That's an easy call. You're right. Absolutely. We'll see if they can make something of it. A dangerous ball in the box last time. Nice hole in there behind the penalty spot to the 6-yard box.
A lot of extracurriculars. The referee's going to go over there, put some eyeballs on it. Hey, guys, what's going on here? Western serves. Ely got a foot on it.
They called him for a dangerous play, and it's a difficult call. I don't care for those calls so much because it's actually great skill that you almost take away, and it wasn't that high actually.
I couldn't agree with you more. He has the ability to put his foot on the ball in just about any configuration of his body, so that's a detriment to him. We're under 30 now.
1-0 good Counsel with a goal late in the first half by Christian Allen. Really, that was made by the assist from Para. Just a perfect pass.
Ely gets there. And he gets served right back. And he tries for a shot when it's blocked. Jack Reese going to serve it up to Mark Western, who's making a run. And he's fought off by Miguel Carey. I believe that's Ely who runs all the way across the field.
Tell you what, he's trying to put this team on his shoulders right now. I mean, he is all over the place, and he wants to make it happen. I mean, you want those. Those are the players you want right now. Those are the players that want to make it happen. They want to be the guy at the end, whether they're the hero or they play the ball off to somebody else. But Ely is certainly the one.
Peter Mitrione steps off.
Even in this, what's happening is as they're winning the ball here, there's nobody right up pressing against the back four. Now, this is Will Thompson right now, getting it in a good position.
Using his body well. All the way across. Ely will have a chance at it.
He did well there.
They're going to call it a goal kick.
Yeah, it's interesting. It could look like it came off somebody's hand, and if it came off Gonzaga's hand, it's a different call. Because it would have been intentional. It was that Jack Reese?
Yep.
Looking for the hand of God.
Not afraid.
A.K. Maradona.
There you go. Not afraid of a little contact.
Well, what's definitely happened here is, any type of rhythm that good Counsel had, and they'd had some good moments of rhythm in the first half. They don't have now. I know momentum's changed, but certainly Gonzaga's got to be careful with as they're pushing forward here. They don't let that other one get in, too. It's quite a skill to chase a game when you're 1-0 down and to not give up the goal while you chase it.
That's right. Finn controls for Gonzaga. There's just a little bit of a crack in that back the last couple minutes here. Gonzaga trying to exploit. There's a good-looking dish. They played it up.
Yeah, what a great tackle.
It was a strong stick, and they were looking for a trainer. It was a pretty sizable collision.
Right away, yeah.
We hope he's okay. He kind of caught.
I'm not sure that the ref called a foul either.
No.
I mean, it was.
He did not call a foul.
A very hard tackle, and we'll have to see.
Referee is having a discussion with the Gonzaga defender. He went into the play. And standing up strong. The defender, got to the ball first. It was a little bit of a long touch, but it's that situation where you have an offensive player running full out, and he's on that half step, and the defender beats him to the ball, and you're very exposed in that position. As a soccer player, whatever's in front of you, you're going to hit, and you're going to hit it at full speed, and you're not going to be braced.
No, and if your timing's off, it's bad. But I don't think the timing was off there.
No,
it's just an unfortunate hard hit.
And there is going to be a booking here on Gonzaga.
Christian Malouf.
Christian Malouf is going to draw the card. The referees talked it out.
Well, clearly, if he's drawing the card, it means that there was a foul call, but he certainly didn't call a foul right away.
He sure did not.
I don't think it was a foul. I think it was free gambling.
And it could have been, the talking.
Yep. At the end of the play, there, both sides had some things to say.
Yeah. Well, we do see the ball is set over there on the sideline for a throw-in.
Well, you never want to see any kids on the field for a prolonged period of time. Hope they're taking every precaution. Keith, we've been covering the WCAC for a couple of years, and one thing that continuously blows us away is we see the staffs for all these schools. They're fully prepared for this. The people out there are taking every precaution that they can possibly take. They want to make sure the safety of the kid comes first, second, and third.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. I mean, there's just walking around here before the game started, and all the staff that's here and the support people and facilities here. And of course, you're at Catholic University, which is going to have, anything you need for any types of emergencies right here.
That's right.
So we'll have to wait and see just what's up here. We certainly hope this does not match what happened earlier in the day. You would have been here, but earlier in the day in the Premier League, where a player from Everton, Gomez, broke his leg actually, and on one of these types of tackles, and it wasn't a good scene. This didn't look like that, and trying to see if players moving. We haven't actually even seen who was down on that play, have we?
No, but they're working on him now. Looks like they're gonna try to get him on his back. As the fellow players on both sides of the field take a knee, or looks like they're trying. Looks like they're trying to signal to the side. Maybe there's some medical support just off the field that they'll be able to access. So yeah, they do have the player on his back now. It looks like they're able to. They're talking to him. You just want to make sure you don't want to have anyone. We've watched games already this season where we've covered ourselves and we've watched kids talk their way, back onto their feet, and
right.
They need to listen to the adults. They need to listen to the medical folks. Take the precaution. Take the extra precaution. Make sure everything's okay.
Well, one thing's for sure, the chance of a break or neck injury or something is probably not there if they rolled him over.
That's right. I'm hoping it was just kind of a shoulder into the chest, really knocked the wind out of him, maybe gave him a little bit of a jolt. But we'll continue to watch and see. It looks like I thought I saw them signaling over, making sure they have a little bit of support here from the other side. I'm looking over here now to see.
Both teams that huddle up with their coaches for a little bit and are now back out on the field. And, now for them, it's up to them to keep their focus as well when the game replays. We're going to be restarting here with I guess it's a throw-in for a good Counsel, and it'll be a long throw coming right in. So we're sitting here at 1-0 for good Counsel over Gonzaga, the championship game, and a goal that was scored with only about 5 minutes left in the first half by Christian Allen.
Captain for the Falcons.
And that looks like came. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to. Looks like they're getting the player to his feet.
Yep.
And he's making his way to the sideline. So that's amazing news. And I can't tell for sure if that's not Austin Wade.
It is. It's number 15, Austin Wade. That was the left back.
Making the run up the side.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, it's good news to see him making his way to the sideline under his own power. And I'm glad they took the time. Now you got, and it's tough for these kids too. Now they took a little bit of break.
It is.
It's a little cold out there.
Well, let's think the momentum had been with Gonzaga, really up until this point, and we see what happens when it comes back in. And now
looks like they're going to start.
It is a free kick.
Yeah, they're going to play it from there.
I can tell you that the referee did not signal for a free kick.
Nope.
That ball went out.
Looks like maybe Jason Carroll looking to serve it in.
Again, a lot of space there in front of the goalkeeper at the near post to the penalty spot. If he decides not to shoot it, or if there's a rebound that comes out, it's sitting right there.
We get someone on a run in there. Here goes Trigoni. Nope.
Let's see what the referee's doing.
I haven't seen him signal to start a play yet.
He's facing the wrong way to signal, so. Okay, and we're back.
Synchronizer watches. All right, here we go. Good opportunity.
Yes.
No rebound from Drew Hardman, and a quick outlet to Mark Western, who finds Jack Reese. That's dangerous.
Dangerous ball in. It was a very good free kick. Anything could have happened. Hartman held on to that ball. Got an offside call here. I think he came back from offside position.
Tregoning loses his feet.
Actually getting quite a bit slippery out there.
Yeah, you can tell.
Much more greasy, as we say, as the night's going on.
I'm going to say Mark Western had some busy hands on that play. Good counsel with the free kick. Service in. Tregoning with a head on it.
Hit a push. He did not need the extra, but he did the push, and he had Ludwikowski marking him there, two tall guys, and he tried to get a little advantage, but it was pretty easy to see. And free kick coming out for Gonzaga. Let's see what they do. I mean, I tell you what, a good counsel stepping up just a little bit to try to prevent them from playing it out. I think that's a good thing. Now as the kick comes, they need to drop off.
It makes it all the way up to Will. Mark Western controlling it right in front of midfield. Will Thompson moving.
He's moving, but you know what? The players around him weren't. And as he's coming in there, some of those players need to open up because he could slide that up to somebody out wide. And that was the perfect type of run with the ball to lay it off out wide or behind the defense. But the wide players for Gonzaga had come inside and were stagnant.
Good little head knock for...
That's a foul on Ely, yeah. It wasn't a bad ball in, though. And, again, they need to keep that switch up, Gonzaga, if they're going to come back in this game. And, again, one goal, anything can happen. There's about 24 minutes left in the game.
If you're not comfortable playing in one-goal games, this is not the sport for you.
Right. You're actually probably not in a championship game
That's
either.
right. Good counsel with a lucky bounce there on the skip. Nice move there by Anthony Parra. And they will get the push.
Yeah, Parra's been good.
Counsel.
Parra's been good on both sides because he was on the left side when he got that great assist at the end of the first half. On the right side now. It changes the way you defend them when they're the left-footed player on the right side or the reverse.
Looking for Will Thompson on the point. Mark able to get it up to Ely. But right away, he just draws so much attention right away. Good counsel fans.
Yeah.
Liking the contact, but this game's going to have contact.
Yeah. I think Ely was pushing the envelope there.
That's one thing that good counsel has seemed to be doing a good job of is when the ball gets to Ely, there's two guys on him quick.
Yeah, they're trying not to let him face forward to go at you where he's so dangerous. And and that's the thing. To be honest with you, that's where Gonzaga actually probably needs to attack down the wide part. Because good counsel is really strong down the center.
No call there. Finn McCaslin, heady play. And Ely just touches it out a little too far ahead. He's playing a little chippy up at the top there.
Yeah, that was the ball getting a little away from him, and then the foul coming right after that.
He might get a little bit of a word.
Players like that, they play on the edge. They push that envelope just to that point, and I think he let the ball get away from him. The foul wasn't intentional; he was trying to get the ball back. But he's certainly going to give everything he can to get this game going for Gonzaga.
You better believe it.
Ryan Ely, the best athlete Gonzaga soccer's ever had, according to their coach, the 2018 DC Gatorade Player of the Year. He's trying to bring the game back and equalize it.
Good Counsel going for the clean sweep on this field today. Up 1-0 here in the second half. Trying to join the girls soccer and girls field hockey teams as champions on this day, this championship jubilee.
It's quite the story no matter what happens tonight.
Without a doubt.
For three teams in those finals, but certainly if they were to keep this game going the way it is and have three champions, that's ought to be a very, very happy place to be.
Only
this coming week.
The party will be at Grill Marks. see those guys in there having a steak. About 20 minutes to go here in this game. Griffin Cates.
There's a foul. Yeah. Trying to catch that ball to get it played quickly, but boy, he put him under pressure with that ball.
Drew Hartman playing it out to the captain, Finn McCaslin, the senior. There's Will Thompson coming back for the ball. And you can see the purple jerseys up top. It doesn't look like they have one up top anymore. It looks like they have
they're pushing
everyone.
Yeah.
Finn, the only one hanging back. And he's going to get it.
Well, there's still plenty of time, but you certainly want to step up the sense of urgency.
And there it is.
Oh, unlucky.
Service into the box. Gonzaga with an opportunity, 19:50 to go. Not able to capitalize, but that's kind of what they're going for. They're pushing the bodies up. They are taking some chances, and you got to believe that they're going to get at least one more look at a ball like that.
They're going to get a look. That was the right back, John Hodges, going up there as well. And, I mean, just so unlucky. I really like that. He believed he was going to get to that ball the whole way. A lot of players hesitate and stop, and all of a sudden they think, I could have got it.
Yeah.
That was so close. If you wore a size 12 shoe, maybe you would have had it.
Tap back to Drew Hartman. Griffin Cates pressuring. Finn McCaslin shielding. Looks like maybe 11's taking a breather. And he's coming back out now.
Yeah, it was just a quick one. Now he's on the right side. Ely on the right side, Moll on the left side, Thompson in the center. Got Reese behind him.
And kind of now Gonzaga making good counsel drop that extra guy back.
Yeah, I mean, good Counsel doesn't have much of a choice.
That's right.
As they push that up, and they're going with, under 20 minutes with the 1-goal lead. They don't have much of a choice. You certainly you'd love to get this second goal, but you got to be smart defensively. Number one here.
Yeah, Tregoing. There's Griffin Cates that kind of playing the Will Thompson, point guy role for good Counsel.
One of the things with Will Thompson is the lone strikers. He loves to come back for the ball, which is okay if players come in behind him. But I think it's one of the reasons that they're having a little trouble maintaining the ball in the final third as well when they get there.
17.5 to go in the game. Gonzaga pressing. Tommy Myers trying to corral it for the Falcons. And Jason Caro going to play it back, all the way back. Savio's been one touch in those back passes, and a couple of times they didn't come off extremely cleanly as Eli Harris trying to cause some trouble.
I mean, you gotta have a really good touch. You got to be skillful on this field.
Yep,
it's not an easy field to play on right now. That's some good stuff right there.
Good passing by the Purple Eagles. Mark Western making the run, unable to keep it from going over the line there.
They almost like to see him maybe go in the center with that ball and let that run just be a decoy to take those defenders.
And it looks like Mark is pushing Wyatt back. Mark said, "I'll stay up. You go back."
Yeah.
the senior. Mark Western, quick one into Max Ludwikowski. And you got 10 Gonzaga guys on that side of the field.
And they want a corner kick. Keeper coming out. It was hard to tell. It almost looked like it came back off the attacking player, but they're about 15 yards away. I'm about 85, 90 yards away. Never stopped me when I coached. I feel I was right, but anyways, a corner kick here for Gonzaga to try to equalize. 16 minutes left.
Everyone up, the only one back, Gianluca Sacco. As they're able to get a sub in. And here comes in. Head is on the ball. Unable to direct it in. Wyatt Mole with the chance.
Good ball.
Aiden Rafferty with the service in. Oh my gosh. Aiden Rafferty, a good looking ball in. Gonzaga with a great chance. Again, we said it 2 minutes ago. With these players pushing up, this is what we should be expecting to see for the last 15 minutes of this game.
No, exactly. That was an excellent ball into the box, and just caught the good Counsel defenders, ball watching a little bit and right in. What a chance for Gonzaga to equalize.
Good work by Wyatt Mole and Aiden Rafferty. Finn McCaslin with the header back to Drew Hartman. And he's going to have to one-time it out. And he's out of the goal, but Tommy Myers unable to put a foot on it. Jason Caro, fancy footwork, was almost able to give his teammate an opportunity there.
Yeah, trying to find the goal scorer, Christian Allen. Ran out of territory. And we have another subs coming in and out right now.
Yeah,
for
good
both
Counsel
teams.
keeping as many guys fresh as they possibly can. I don't know if you call it fully parking the bus, but good Counsel has got a nice presence on defense right now.
Now they have no need to take chances in the front half.
That's right.
Put enough pressure to force things like that. And a lot of players, it's hard to play through them right now.
Ely continuing to sacrifice his body. Christian Allen all by himself. Finn McCaslin. Nice looking play. Turn it around. Aiden Rafferty to Healy.
That worked out.
Mark Western on the run. Keeping it in. Gonzaga with a chance. Here comes the cross. Just out of the reach of Will Thompson. Just beyond those long legs. But it's coming back over.
Tell you what, on a field that isn't wet, that probably holds up for Thompson. That was a fantastic ball by Western going forward. And we had mentioned before the half that he's a guy that likes to go forward but hadn't done it in the first half. And now we can see why he likes to go forward, and he's got to keep doing that. What a fantastic ball right behind the defense, and made the defense have to face their own goal, and we get a corner kick out of it for Gonzaga.
Ball served in. Ely with the header on goal.
Yeah, it just came to the near post. I think, I think he would have hoped to have been able to get it to the far post, where the defender was close enough that made that difficult.
Aiden Rafferty with a nice header to Jack Reese. Trigonin redirects, and they will get the call against good Counsel.
See good Counsel's coach, Jeremy Spoles, in the background, trying to get his players back and organized.
They're under fire, and here comes another opportunity for Gonzaga. Aiden Rafferty cannot turn it back across, but once again, we're seeing Purple Eagles running.
They're going at him.
Yeah.
Everybody going forward, and again, they have no choice right now. They've got to do it smart and everything. They got to stay organized in the back while they do it. But they're certainly going to keep getting these sort of chances in there, and you can see that good Counsel's feeling that pressure as well. They're probably looking up at the clock as it says 11 and a half minutes roughly to go.
Gonzaga controls the goal kick, but not for long. Here comes the Falcons. Tregoning redirects from his player. Wyatt Mole to Jack Reese. And on the foot of their Mark Western is where they want it.
Good Counsel just trying to force them back, play the square balls and the back passes.
Nice little possession run here for the Purple Eagles as they set up something that's going to try for Ely.
That's the thing. It's a difficult ball here because the good Counsel defenders are too far back. There's not any space to really put that ball in behind.
Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the game. Good Counsel clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Gonzaga Purple Eagles. The 2019 WCAC Soccer Championship. Gonzaga pressing, setting guys up. You just need one to go in. Another opportunity here for Gonzaga. Gonzaga able to keep it in. Now you got it on Ely's foot.
Yeah, they just got to keep the pressure going. They're all over them right now without fouling.
Jack Reese been involved in quite a few physical plays in this game. Ely with the cross.
Another corner
he's
kick.
Earned himself a corner.
Been dangerous on these. And again, everybody up there but Gianluca. And then Reese kind of sealing it in a little bit deeper.
I like the way Good Counsel's playing here. They're absorbing a lot of punches.
A lot of space in behind Gonzaga right now if they don't keep that ball up.
Oh, yeah, we can't help but see it. I mean, Drew Hardman standing almost on the 25-yard line of the football field. Aiden Rafferty. Ely made his way back over onto the left wing. He's been absorbing a little bit of the physicality. He's been on both sides, though. He's been dishing it out, taking a couple plays. Wyatt Mole with a long throw into the box. Tregoning knocks it back out. And there's just a clear, but they're unable to get it past midfield.
That's a dangerous ball.
They got the numbers. Gonzaga has the numbers going into the box.
Yeah. That was a good ball, and Finn McCaslin didn't have much of a choice there either. He had the whole defense coming at him, and he needed to get rid of a really good one in. That was actually an intentional handball.
It looked like an intentional one to me as well.
Not that matters too much other than adding time, but there you go. He could certainly be booked for that.
And the referee does stop the clock. Got some shoe tying going on in the field. Right around the 16, 17-yard line. So we're going to call that. We're going to call that about, 27 yards out.
You do the math. I'm coaching because there's no math.
There you go. Yeah, I was told there would be no math today.
Exactly.
Ely's right foot. He got under it a little bit too much from a similar position about 15 minutes ago. Waiting on the whistle. Lots of direction out there. They try to go underneath the wall.
Almost trying too hard to get that perfect hit.
Yep.
And it was fairly deep, and they've been dangerous on putting these balls in the box. Maybe you think about just doing that.
I'll tell you what, though. This guy, Finn McCaslin's been serving him up, and that's yet another one. And now you're just talking about a Falcons team that at every opportunity they're just trying to clear.
Trying to get it out.
Clear it out.
Regroup as well once they get it out, because they've really been under a ton of pressure here.
And they're unable to completely get it out. Gonzaga ball. A lot of refs in the crowd disagreeing with that call. Mark Western with the cross. Ely making a run at it.
He just slipped a little bit going in as well. He might have got on the end of that. But another excellent cross in.
And Ely's able to control it. He's into the box, and they're going to surrender the corner. Always willing to give up the corner there instead of letting a guy like Ely operate. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in this game. Gonzaga down by 1. They need an equalizer.
Need a runner in front of that guy at the near post.
Mark Western puts it in. Ely! I believe that's on Ely's head.
Yes, it is.
A great corner kick by Mark Western.
And they were knocking on the door. Can I tell you what? These corner kicks have been close a couple times, and we just said they got to give them a chance, and all the players in. Now we got to see what happens. What a momentum switch right now. 6 minutes to go, tied up. And, of course, who else but Ely, the guy who's been carrying this team. And amazing how hard he's been working.
He finally broke through. He's been playing just on the edge for the entire second half, sacrificing his body, not afraid to make some contact with the other team. He's not Finn McCaslin's riding the yellow card, right? Not Ely.
Correct. Correct. And I'll tell you what, you speak, Finney's the center back there. He's been a big part of this team with this pressure because of the balls he's put back in, and they're both outside backs going, and so he's kind of left, him and Christian Maloof left alone back there, and you can't mess around with it. His balls back in has been fabulous.
His serves have been great. It'll be interesting to see how Gonzaga changes up. If I'm Gonzaga, I'd continue to attack.
Yeah, I'd go try to win it right now.
Absolutely.
If it goes to overtime, it's 2 10-minute golden goal periods followed by the penalties.
And they're applying pressure, and they're doing it. They're pretty much doing what they want to do. They've turned good counsel for the last few minutes into a kick it as far as you can away from the middle of your own defensive end team.
Yeah, I'm sure good counsel would prefer to try to keep the ball a bit, but they just did not have the chance because of the amount of pressure that Gonzaga was putting on them. And the whole time Gonzaga was doing that, they stayed just well enough organized at the back so nothing could get through them. Not when you're even a lucky clearance. There was nobody open back there. And that's a great example right there of how you chase a game without giving up the goal. If they can keep a hold of this momentum, they could grab that second goal before the overtime.
Hayden Rafferty with a shot up to Wyatt Mole. Ely's going to get it to Wyatt Mole. Wyatt's going to run onto it. Good counsel's able to clear it and draw the foul.
Boy, that was close. That was close. And good counsel kind of it's a great individual effort to defend that, but they kind of fell asleep a little bit because that was just one lone player to get in to the seam.
Nick Mayrone.
So first team all-conference selection, Nick. The real leader of this team, played Maryland United Soccer Club.
He stood strong all night. And there's a Ely versus Tregoning.
How many Elys are out there? He's on the right side now. It really seems like he's all over the place. I'm sure it does for their defense as well.
I'm sure the good counsel players will feel the exact same way as we get to 4 minutes to go in this game. Mark's going to try for a corner here. I thought it was a throw, but I guess it is a corner. No, you're right. It was a corner. Always like to see the senior players try to steal corners every once in a while.
Exactly.
But that was legit. Another service in.
It would have been tough. He probably needed to lay that back out to the to Western for there. It was going to be tough to flick through about 7 white shirts players that were right behind him. But, of course, it's easy from here.
That's what I like about it.
Exactly.
Gonzaga will draw the foul.
I see Gonzaga trying to get this going as quick as they can. They want this goal before it's over. They want to end this in regulation.
Well, the momentum's clearly on their side.
Yep.
Here comes the service across. Griffin Cates turns around for Tommy Myers. He's going to try to get a ball up the field to Christian, and it's just out of his reach.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that's happened, of course, with all this pressure with Gonzaga is that there's been no rhythm, available for a good Counsel's team. And, it's tough to get right back into that. I mean, they were hoping they could, hold it out to the end with that 1-0 lead that they had, but equalized now. They need to find something. I mean, it could end up being just one of those through balls that gets somebody in for a chance. But right now, certainly still Gonzaga with the best look so far.
Griffin Cates, Tommy Myers pokes it up on the sideline, and once again, there's a little bit out of sync on the left wing there. Ely unable to lock it down.
Hartman
2 minutes.
Ball. We haven't said Hartman's name much in this half.
No, his teammates picked him up there.
Yeah.
Time's on the field. Ely flicks it up and with a good Counsel is able to get it. Here's Griffin Cates. Not exactly what he wanted there. And it's going to be a goal kick. And those guys work hard to get those goal kicks.
Yep.
I always hated that when I was being blocked and they would, obstruct me from the ball. I wanted
get it.
It made me so angry. But it worked.
What are you doing? Going for the last shot here? just waiting.
Drew Hartman's hanging on to it.
I'd say any shot that comes before end of regulation will be the last shot. They're almost to that overtime, and
they're going to push everybody up.
Another one.
You'll see that wristwatch being held up here in a second. They're certainly going to let this play out. Here comes Mark Western. They got their only goal of the day on the set play.
Waiting for Maloof to get in, the center back.
A great service again. A good header by Ely. And Gonzaga scores in the last minute of the game. I want to say that was Finn McCaslin who put it in.
I think it is. Finn McCaslin, who has just played. Yeah, who's just played is such a great game, putting all those balls in.
I don't know if the referee called the whistle on the game or not.
Yeah.
He's asking them to come back onto the field.
Well, he's going to get a yellow card for taking his shirt off in the celebration, But I think he can live with that right now.
I think he can live with that right now. Well, they don't want to call the card on Finn McCaslin, who also took his jersey off because he already has a yellow card. And no, he's going to get a yellow card, and that will turn, I believe, to a red. Yes, it sure does. He will sit out the remaining seconds of this game. I got to believe that's going to be a jubilant bench.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting thing, because, again, you never know what the referee's going to put on the clock here. And we certainly didn't think there was much left, but we do not know for sure.
Gonzaga will play these remaining seconds a man down. And one of the men of the match, too, Finn McCaslin, a physical player. He was absolutely involved in every really good offensive run.
he played great. He might, Ely scored the goal. He's been great. I'd say those two, two players of the match for me. And, of course, they're kind of making him go away from the bench area, but I don't think – there you go.
It was only a matter of seconds.
He's going to be right out there. Congratulations, Gonzaga.
Your 2019 boys WCAC soccer champions, the Gonzaga Purple Eagles. I'll tell you what, Keith, these guys are no strangers to winning championships. First Amendment Sports is now called 4 Gonzaga championships, and it's been our pleasure. Our hats are certainly off to good Counsel Falcons and that program. Played a really great game. Keith, we talk about when they started parking the bus and really playing defense. It's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies. If you're going to put everyone on defense, you're going to play nothing but defense. Gonzaga capitalized.
Exactly what happened. And really, if they had held on, Gonzaga was going to score, time was going to go out. One of the others first, because Gonzaga was all over them. Like we said, I think didn't surprise me that they were going right at it. And again, great ball into the box. Things happen, and here's the defender, Finn McCaslin scoring the game winner. I mean, here's the two captains, the two leaders scoring the 2 goals. You couldn't have written a better script for Gonzaga.
Great day for the good Counsel Falcons, unable to complete the trifecta. Congratulations to the Gonzaga Purple Eagles, 2019 soccer champions in the WCAC. We will be back here on First Amendment Sports next Saturday night at Catholic University, where the Gonzaga Purple Eagles will be playing the St. John's Cadets in the final regular season football game in the WCAC season, just ahead of the playoffs. We look forward to seeing you there. Check us out on Tuesday nights, WCAC Spectacular, where we'll recap all the action we got today. Thanks again to the WCAC Commissioner Steve Colantoni for having us here. What a great day. On behalf of Keith Tabatsnik, I'm Ken Marangolo. We'll see you.